Welcome back to EBT Performance Pakenham, the home of Squid Speed Shop. Today I've got a series coming out for you, and that is the how-to series, where I'm going to break down small tasks so that you know how to do them yourselves. And today's episode is how to replace your inner cam bearing. So I'm going to run you through the tools that you'll need to do the job and show you how to do it, and then we'll all be better for the knowledge. Let's get cracking. So the tools that you're going to need to do the job are the inner cam installation and puller kit. Essentially, nice big strong steel plate, a puller, nut to activate the puller, and then we have our inner cam bearing installer just here. Now my particular tool, don't know if you can see it, has a spacer which allows me to set the depth the same every single time, exactly where I want it. But if your tool doesn't have this, you can get around it with either a marker or a set of verniers, and I will show you how to do that. The other part that you will need is a high quality inner cam bearing. This one is from Fueling. It does a great job, but most of the ones on the market do. So just pick a quality part and we'll get after it. We'll get over to the bike and I'll show you how to get around not having this beautiful little spacer. All right, guys, I'm interrupting this week's episode. It's an ad. I've got to promote myself, don't I? But we'll get back to it in a minute. Come on down. Get yourself some merch. It's available in store. If you're overseas, shoot me an email at info@ebtpakenham.com.au. We'll be able to sort something out. I've got both of the t-shirts back in stock. The beanies, the crew necks are on their way. And there's a couple other secret things in the pipeline, going to be ready for summer. You're not going to want to miss them. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Share it with your buddies. It only takes you a second and it helps me out tremendously. I really appreciate all you guys watching. So let's get back to cranking out another high horsepower build. Let's get to it. So the first method that you can do at home is install your installation plate. Now this is before, we still have the original inner cam bearing in the bike, but it'll make sense in a second as to why we would do this. So this is for if your tool doesn't have the spacer already on it. So the plate is installed with our thumb screws. We then take our vernier, put it through the installation, and we're going to poke it through until it's just touching the inner cam bearing, like so. Then we have our measurement, and that is the depth that we will set the new bearing to. Or there's another cheater method, which requires me to take the plate off again. We grab our bearing installer, so we start to thread that in. We put our bearing adapter on. So, we install the plate to the bike. Now this is still with the original bearing in the bike that we are going to be removing. We have our plate installed. We wind in our installer. And with my other hand, all I am doing is holding on the bearing adapter, just so it doesn't fall off and cause me grief. And now that is firm, so the bearing installer is now sitting inside the original bearing, and we have a depth on this tool. So we can take our white marker and we can mark the top of the thread of the installer, like so. And then you are able to see that that mark is the installed depth. So that when you press in the new bearing, you take it up to that mark and it is at the same depth that the original bearing was. That's the cheater way if you don't have all the correct tools. And so now that we have our depth of where the original bearing sits, we can remove this bearing. Bear with me as I unthread the installation tool. It's a little bit of back and forth to do it that way, but it will ensure that your bearing is installed at the correct depth. So now we get our puller inserted into the bearing. With my plate, you've got to flip it, reinstall the thumb screws, now that they're finger tight, I just wind down the nut a little bit. We take our expansion rod and give it a little tap with a hammer. So now the inner cam bearing has been grabbed, and I wind in the nut. So then by holding the installer, I can tighten the nut and start pulling the bearing out. Now that that's come loose, I take off the nut and the washer. We undo our thumb screws. And there we have our original cam bearing. So I refit our installation rod, and I typically wind it in quite a long way just to save myself once we're installing the bearing. Now I've got to get the new bearing. Now the new bearings, one side is tapered to allow it to be easily installed, and the non-tapered side, we have the part number of the bearing. So as long as the part number of the bearing's looking out to you, it's going in the right way. So onto the installer, we reinstall the thumb screws. And then we can wind our installer in. Now that it's at 0, the bearing is starting to install into the case, and I just gently start to wind it in. And I'm not using a great deal of pressure. It goes in quite easy. And then it stops, just there. We can have a look at our marking. Boom, same place. And then if I take the installing tool out, you can also double check it with your vernier. But as my tool has the stop on it, it's not required. Alrighty, so if I put the plate back on, I can take my vernier, I can run it in, and I can just see, touch on the bearing, and I am flush with my installation tool. And so therefore, the bearing is set correctly. So that's sort of three different ways that you can check to make sure that your bearing is being installed correctly. The fourth way, which I know a lot of you guys don't have access to, which is the factory manual. And in the factory manual, it will give you that set depth so that you can verify that it is set correctly. But I know a lot of you guys don't have access to that number, so that's a way of working out how to get that number. I hope that this little video has been super helpful to you. Now you know how the job is done and can see whether you want to attempt it for yourselves. If you enjoyed it, Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what how-to video that you want. What little tip do you want like this that would help you in your home garage? And don't forget that if you like this video, I've got a ton of long length videos on different cam builds, different performance upgrades, dyno results. There's just a ton of stuff there for anybody that loves their Harleys. And if you're around, come into the store, grab yourself some merch. It'd be much appreciated. But until the next how-to video, hooroo!